So, Paul, do the Warriors live to fight another day, which would be on the road against the Lakers-Pels loser?
Skip, yes, they do live to fight another day. They understand how important it is to keep the core together for one more game after this. I hate to see them go down. I mean, I love the dynasty can't be over tonight. No possible way. But if they do lose, like I said, it's going to be a sad day in Golden State lure because not only will Klay Thompson not be there this summer, you can have a bigger shakeup than that. But I don't see them losing, and I want to see Klay go off tonight. Truthfully, I've loved this core since they've gotten together and won championships together. I do think they have the experience. I think they have the fight in them. Just something about Sacramento. They haven't been the same this year as they were a year ago. They're not intimidating anybody on their home court. I haven't seen the beam go out for as much as possible like a year ago. So I see the Warriors coming in and imposing their will. Steph Curry, Klay Thompson are going to be special tonight. Draymond's going to do what he needs to do on Sabonis. And so I see the Warriors winning and moving on to that second play-in game, possibly playing the Pels.
They will play the Pels, I don't know, possibly. This is another one of those veteran teams, like I say, when you got these veteran guys that know this is the time of year that they got to step up. You got championship pedigree. They've taken care of business. And for the most part, they split with Sacramento this year 2-2. But they also know that this is an important part of their legacy together as a team, as a unit. I mean, you can throw Wiggins in there with him as well because he's part of that core group of individuals that have won championships.
So is Looney, and he's getting back in the rotation.
And so is Looney. So you look at it this way. You say, okay, they go to Sacramento. Mike Brown coached with them at Golden State. He may know some of this and some of that. But what he doesn't know is the gut check that these veteran players they have. When you have Steph Curry and Klay Thompson, who's now in the starting lineup, and you have Draymond Green, who missed time earlier in the year, who's back now, all of the bad things that went on with Golden State earlier in the year and trying to figure out Chris Paul, he was injured. He's now back healthy.
He is.
Oh, we insert him in the second unit.
Yep.
So it's a totally different situation than what we saw at the beginning of the year. Now you look up and you say to yourself, okay, so the Lakers probably are going to beat the Pelicans as far as I'm concerned. They'll go to the Pelicans. They've already beaten them once on the road in New Orleans this year. So now they're looking to a young team at the Thunder. Now you got the 8 seed going to the 1 because that's essentially what Golden State will be. So I got them going all the way right now. I got them in the second round because I think they'll beat OKC. I think they get past.
Second round?
Man, these veterans, man.
10th seed. They got to win 2 games.
So they go 10-8, 8-1. Right? That's my math.
And see
OKC.
OKC.
Yeah.
And they beat them in the first round.
I think they beat them in the first round, man. You got the vet, man. They know how to play. Think about it.
Yeah.
Just think. Go back to a couple years ago when they played Boston in the championship. Just go back a couple years ago. They shouldn't have, in many people's eyes, they shouldn't have won. They shouldn't have been there to begin with.
That feels like 200 years ago to me.
Well, it was a couple years ago. It wasn't far. Yeah. But I'm just saying, this is the same group. Yeah, they may have a few more miles on their bodies and things of that nature, but they know how to play, Skip. That's the thing.
I'm going to remind you, last Friday night, not 2 years ago, last Friday night, the Pelicans went into Golden State in a big game and dismantled Golden State on its home floor.
That ain't the playoffs.
No, but it was a big game. It had playoff implications to it for both teams.
It had play-in implications.
Well, same difference.
But this is different, man.
I told you about the first game. I will not be shocked if the Pelicans beat the Lakers. I also would not be shocked if the Kings beat the Warriors. I would pick the Kings to beat the Warriors if Malik Monk were healthy, but he is not. He is out. Herter is out for good, and Malik could come back if they advance, but this is going to be a problem because I think Malik Monk was the sixth man of the year. You want to talk about a fire starter. He comes in firing and just lights it up and lifts them up in ways. He's like a Westbrook who can actually shoot, well, seriously. And Russell does great things, as you have pointed out, in energy and just basket attacks and in defense and all those things. But Malik Monk can just fill it up. Yeah. And they miss that because it's now the weight is on De'Aaron Fox's shoulders. So we're going to see what he's made of at home tonight, where they do want to light the beam. It's basically he and Sabonis, they're going to have to carry much more of a load. So what happened last year in Game 7 of that first-round series in Sacramento, Golden State at Sacramento? What happened in that game? Steph scored a career-high playoff 50 points in that game. Mm-hmm. And De'Aaron Fox stunk in that game because he shot 5 of 16 from the floor and he shot 3 of 10 from 3. He had 5 turnovers and he had 16 points. Steph outscored him head-to-head, face-to-face, 50-16. Well, is that going to happen tonight? Are you going to get 50 from Steph? I don't think
you may not need to get 50 from Steph. Okay. Though. You may only need to get 28 from Steph.
Yeah. Although the De'Aaron Fox I see against you guys is in Lakers.
Yeah, but this is not the Lakers. This is a different gold they're playing against. This is more yellow.
Yeah, it is more yellow.
This is more yellow. This is not the Lakers.
Got to play some deep. You know why? Sometimes you say the best defense comes from offense, and what I mean by that, because Steph is so good, that he causes Fox to work, and because of that, he has to work so hard on defense, he doesn't have any energy for the offensive end. And so you got to run around screens, chase Steph, flare screens, back doors, coming up court, dribbling under the rim, finding guys. It's tough on you to have to carry that type of responsibility on both ends of the court. And so in saying that, I just don't think Sac has enough. I think they just mentally...
They don't have enough
but then again, you got to understand, I know we say Golden State is a 10th seed. They're a better team than what their record says. Because, look, they won 46 games. 46 games last year would have had them in the top 4.
I love you, man.
No, listen, they would have been in the top 4 in the West last year. It's because the West was so good that you got all these great teams in the West. So Draymond missed all these damn games.
Yeah, Draymond missed a lot.
And so I believe that the Golden State Warriors, if Draymond had played these games, I'll have them a 6th seed, 5th seed, maybe. I mean, they're the hottest team in the league right now. They're the hottest team in the league right now that you don't want to say. See, Clay over this last 12 has been balling, averaging 20-plus points. And so I just see them flourishing in this game. It's just such a tall mountain to climb, Keyshawn, when you got to go on the road just to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
But I got them winning tonight.
I get all that, but when I'm looking at a team that doesn't have enough in Sacramento.
Yeah, I think they get tonight.
Then you say, well, they go on the road to, I'm assuming it's going to be New Orleans, not L.A., that they got to go on the road to a New Orleans team that had just gotten popped by the Lakers. We've gone into New Orleans as a ball club, and we've beaten them in our one game on the road with them.
They just beat Golden State and Golden State.
Yeah, but Golden State lose to everybody at home. They lose everybody at home.
Which brings me to the weirdest stat of the year in the NBA is that Golden State wound up 21-20 at home. 21-20?
Yeah.
With Steph and Clay and a lot of Draymond and
so it might be to the advantage of
Wiggins and Kuminga and Looney and what is that all about?
But that just did that just start happening this year? Because it didn't happen when they first got in the building.
No, it didn't. And when they were at Oracle, they were just about invincible.
Oracle, I'm talking about the new Chase Center.
I understand. But here's the better stat. In the Warriors' last 21 away games, they're 17-4. And so since February, what is it, the 3rd, they got the best, they've won the most road games in the NBA.
I mean, that can happen to a team. It's a lot of distractions at home when you got family, kids. When you go on the road, it's just you and the team. You got you in your room. You can focus. You ain't got no responsibilities. I mean, I can see that, though, especially a veteran team. A lot of guys, are married, got little ones, up late, can't go to sleep because they got to take care of the kids or something, take them to school. It's a lot of distractions at home.
You're very funny, though, Paul, because you move the goalpost for the Golden State Warriors, but you won't move it for the Lakers. They the 10th seed, but they're better than what their record says.
No, they are. Lakers are, too.
No, that's not what you said, though, the other day. You said, no, that's not what you said.
You got to look at Lakers. They missed Draymond for like 30 games.
No, that's not what you said.
Are you telling me that Warriors are not better with Draymond? Yes or no?
They are.
So if you gave the Warriors 20 more games of Draymond, what's their record? 20 more games. Look at that. That's a nice number of games missing Draymond.
Yeah, that's true. But I'm just talking about the final number. The final number, you say they're the 10th seed, but they're better than the 10th seed.
They are.
And then when I say, well, the Lakers better than what they... No, they're not. No, the records are what they say.
Let's go. The Lakers last year, 7 seed. Year before, 7 seed. Year before, didn't make the playoffs. They've been a play-in team for the last 5 years. 4 years. Been a play-in team.
Keyshawn, what did your football coach famously say?
I get it, Skip. You are what your record say you are.
You are. Yeah. You are what your record says.
So how does the Golden State Warriors at the 10th seed, all of a sudden they better than what they record says?
Because majority of games, the Lakers have been healthy this year with AD and LeBron, whereas the Golden State Warriors, they haven't. They just haven't. You went from starting Clay to putting him on the bench, confused what you're going to do with him.
Though.
Draymond gets suspended. He's out 20-something games. So when I look at the Warriors and I look at what the Lakers are, the Lakers have been healthy. Warriors have. So I can say that Golden State possibly could be better than the Lakers if they had all their pieces. If Draymond plays 20 more games, he played 55 games this year.
We mopped them last year, okay?
Mm-hmm. You did.
In the playoffs.
What else? Dealing with issues. Wiggins is having
I ain't got nothing to do with that. I ain't got nothing to do with that. I have nothing to do with that.
They were dealing with the pool punch. Like, it was a lot of just...
You dealing with a pool punch.
It was just a lot of stuff surrounding the Golden State
that happened in June? Or whatever, October or whatever?
Yeah. They had too much.
It was training camp.
It was just a dark cloud around the team last year.
That is true.
It was just too much. They cleaned
that cloud was dark all the way till June.
Wiggins missed a lot of time for personal reasons. They couldn't win. They just mentally weren't stable last year. Now that they cleaned all that up, they're a lot better. I like them.
I do too. I think they're a lot better, but I've noticed that you just moved the goalposts.
No, I think they're better than the Lakers.
All right, Keyshawn, now for your worst nightmare. Let's just say, for the sake of discussion, that you lose tonight to the Pelicans, who are suddenly favored at home for some reason. Let's just say, for the sake of discussion, that Sacramento figures out a way to survive at home against Golden State, and that's the end of the dynasty, okay? Let's just say, for the sake of argument, right here, right now, that would mean that you have to go home, the Lakers, on Friday night and deal with the Sacramento team that has beaten them 8 of the last 9 times. This year, all 4 times, and here are the scores, by 5, by 15, by 10, and by 13. So the last 3 times you played them this year, you lost by double digits, and 2 of those games were at home. That would be a nightmare.
So if they don't win tonight, I don't think they make the playoffs.
If the
Lakers don't win tonight, they may not make the playoffs. They Golden State, Sacramento, own them.
Well, I don't know about that.
I think they'll be just
Sacramento has gotten the best of us. Sacramento has gotten the best of us 8 out of the last 9 trips.
Right,
There's no question about it. Golden State, they split basically. We split up with them all the time, and we took care of them in the playoffs. I don't think that first of all, they don't have anybody. Well, Looney could come back, but they don't have any.
He's back.
Okay, so
rotation.
He's still not ready for AD, even if he is back.
I don't think he was ready for AD when he's healthy.
That's what I'm saying, even if he is back. So that's going to be their biggest issue, is AD. They don't have any rim protectors that could do anything with him in the box.
Although Sabonis, weirdly, just dominates AD. I don't know how, but he does. I don't know. He plays like he's 7'4" against AD, and he's only like 6'10".
Maybe he just knows that AD, something about the way he plays him.
No, it's too aggressive physicality.
That may be the case.
He ain't playing that.
And I'm going to remind you, the only game you have won in the last 9 against Sacramento was up there in January of a whole year ago, January 23rd of 23. And that was a Schroeder game in which he drove it and got fouled and made 2 free throws to win by 2. By 2. So
this is a must-win, Key.
So this is the one.
But I got LBJ, man. He knows what to do.
It's a must-win.
He knows what to do. I'm not
Why
worried
the
about
line
it.
shift?
Because somebody's probably
back hurt?
food poisoning or something.
Somebody's back is hurting?
I don't know.
Food poisoning, man. Stop trying to...
Somebody's back is hurting.
Do people think that the Lakers stayed in New Orleans a little too long or something? I don't know.
They had to stay. They can't go.
Well, I'm just saying.
Where they going to go? Mississippi and hang out?
Well, there's some distractions there. I don't know.
Nah. Not with these dudes.
Not with these dudes? I don't know. No. Okay, so you've got Golden State big tonight.
No, I just got them winning. I don't necessarily have them big. I think they win by 8, 9.
I got them winning easily.
Do you?
I think Clay has a big night. Steph has a big night.
Clay, Steph, CP3, all of them.
They can't withstand any type of foul trouble from either one of their stars, Sacramento. If Fox or Sabonis somehow gets in foul trouble, they don't have the depth missing. Like we said, Herter and Fox.
Herter and Malik Monk.
He was just so. I mean, he gave him so much off the bench.
And Herter gave him a lot too. He was a starter.
Yeah. So I just don't see them. And you got to factor these in, because when you playing these intense playoff type games, the referees call it tight. They look and they try to bring the intensity down because guys come out aggressive on both ends, and I can just see them calling it tight early. And if Fox or Sabonis gets into foul trouble, it's going to be bad news for the Sacramento Kings, because they don't have the depth.
I see this one going to the wire also, and I would probably take Sacramento plus the points, but I think Golden State will win it because Steph will just make sure he wins it, to your point.
Yeah.
Or maybe the referees will make sure.
We don't want to see the end of an era just yet.
No.
One more night.
LeBron's still going to be in it. They're not going to do that.
The Lakers is done.
You're just a hater, though.
No, but they don't really have a championship window no more.
Thanks for watching, Undisputed fans. Do you want more highlights from the show? Make sure to click that subscribe button for all the exclusive content from Undisputed.